Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Valentine. Welcome to our website. What we're discussing right now is obviously the thyroid gland. And you might have come to our website because you've been suffering with continual thyroid problems. You might be on Synthroid, you might be on levothyroxine, you might be on Levoxyl, you might be on Armour, you might be on Nature-Throid, different types of thyroid replacement hormones. And you still might be feeling bad. You might be displaying symptoms of hypothyroidism as well as hyperthyroidism. You might have times where you go through a rapid heart rate. You might feel like your heart is beating out of your chest. You might undergo periods of times where you have extreme anxiety or depression. You might even have some phobias that have been developing as a result of this. And our website, what we hope to offer you is the ability to know that there is solutions. Because so many times people don't think that there is a possibility. They start thinking it's in their head. You go to your medical doctor, they run your lab tests, and they say things are normal, when in reality, your symptoms are proving otherwise. Now, when lab reference ranges are used, it's basically what we call the sickness range. And what that means is that 0.5 to about 4.5 to 5.0 is considered normal in this thyroid reference range. But that's a medical or sickness range. What we know now through the Endocrine Society of America is that 1.8 to 3.0 is the ideal level that your TSH should be. But let's not only look at TSH, because that's only one part of the picture. There is T4, there's T3, there's free T3, there's free T4, there's T3 uptake, there's reverse T3. There's so many different patterns that need to be identified to what's really going on with your thyroid, to discover how you're going to be taken care of. So the frustration is there with many people. Maybe you spend, multiple doctor's appointments, time, you spend abundance of money trying to get your health back, and you basically become frustrated. We see that all the time. One of our patients came into the office and she was diagnosed with Graves' disease, which is a hyperthyroidism, and she was given three choices. One was to have her thyroid removed surgically. Secondly, she was given the choice of killing it off with radioactive iodine. And third, she was given the option of being put on a very toxic drug for 18 months maximum because of the irreparable damage it does. Well, she was quite confused. She didn't want to have her thyroid out, and going through the whole process of identifying what was attacking her thyroid and stopping that attack on her thyroid, today she's doing great. And you'll be able to go into our testimonials and hear that story that she'll relate to you on what occurred. But what we'd like to do is offer you the opportunity to get checked. Talk with us. See if we can be of help with your particular situation. We see people that unfortunately that have had part of their thyroid removed. We've seen people that have had all their thyroid removed and they still have symptoms. Why is that the case? Because the autoimmune component is being ignored. That is a key thing. When you have continued thyroid problems, there is the autoimmune attack that is still happening on your body. Medically, that cannot be taken care of except with what we call prednisone or some of the steroids. Now, unfortunately, the side effects of those are horrendous. Immunosuppressive as far as the prednisone, also causing vascular necrosis, which is a problem where the blood supply is shut off to the joints, and then, God forbid, you end up needing hip replacement or shoulder or knee replacement because the blood supply is shut off. So there's other options that are available by getting to the root cause of what's going on in your body. Is it complex? Obviously it's complex, but that's our job, is to identify what's going on so we can be of help to you so you can regain your life. Other testing that's done, obviously, is depending on the individual. These tests many times are not done by traditional medicine. Why is that? Because this requires out of the box type of thinking. You've been going to your doctor, you've been spending your money or your insurance money, and you've been getting the same results. The same results being you still have the symptoms that you're trying to get rid of. And it's got to be frustrating. It's got to be something that you're just getting fed up with. Well, with our unique approach, you'll be able to discover this in this website and be able to understand a bit more, to empower you to get and regain your health. Because that's what it's all about. It's about you getting healthy. We've seen individuals that unfortunately that have had problems to the degree where they've had this hypothyroid state for so long that they end up with other concurrent problems, gallbladder problems, intestinal gut type of problems, obviously hair loss that you might have gone through yourself, or people, the thinning of hair. Problems with the last 1/3 of the eyebrow, losing the hair there, growing facial hair because the hormones are disrupted. So there's so many complicating things, and also what typically happens with a thyroid individual is that it leads into other complicated problems like diabetes. Maybe you've been diagnosed with that, or maybe you're on the border into a state of what we call insulin resistance. Maybe you've developed peripheral neuropathy, or that's where we have numbness or tingling sensations in our hands or our feet. Maybe you've developed into the state of what we call fibromyalgia. Because what it becomes like a snowball. If you have this autoimmune component going on, we know that other systems are going to break down. It's just a matter of time. So please take the time, look at our website. Oh, one thing that I also like to talk about, because there's so many people that have a challenge with weight problems. We see this. We've seen patients that unfortunately that have their thyroid problem was not discovered. They end up having the lap band surgery, thinking that was their only solution for weight loss. But unfortunately, that eventually fails. The reason being is because nothing's been addressed as far as the glands and the hormones in their body to really pick up the speed as far as their metabolic activity, which is ability to lose weight. So those people that have had lap band surgery have done great, maybe for a year, maybe 2 years, losing anywhere from 50 to 100 pounds, but then gradually they start to regain that weight. We don't want to see you go through that, but unfortunately so many people have to go through that first. So please take the time and get as much content as you can, and when you're ready, please take advantage of the opportunity to come in and have a consultation with us. Hope to see you soon.